One in four people in the world will be affected by mental or neurological disorders at some point in their lives. Around 450 million people currently suffer from such conditions, placing mental disorders among leading causes of ill health and disability worldwide. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I'd like to reduce that number. And what if I told you you can? You may ask, how can I reduce mental health disorders? Well, it's pretty simple, actually. One of the best ways you can reduce mental health disorders is actually by something as simple as exercise. I was actually able to prove this, and I'm here today to show you how well it works and the effects it can have on your brain. Now, I don't know for anybody else, but as a kid when I was growing up, I felt like everybody, when they were talking about working out, they always talked about how it affected them physically, whether it was how it made them look or how it made them stronger. But nobody ever seemed to talk about how it affects you mentally and the many benefits it provides for you. Exercise benefits your brain in many different ways and in many positive ways. Physical exercise makes your brain stay sharp, and it increases the growth of brain cells, which will help you increase with long-term memory and make stronger connections with your memories. And also, exercise increases the oxygen flow to your brain, which helps reduce the risk for disorders that lead to memory loss. They had an experiment where they asked children and young adults to exercise just a few times a week, and it showed tremendous improvements in their ability to remember what they read, and also they felt more energetic throughout the day, and they were able to sleep better and easier. Exercise also helps reduce stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. It also stimulates the production of endorphins, chemicals in the brain that are the body's natural painkillers and mood elevators. Physical activity increases the production of endorphins, and what the chemical that your body releases does is it interacts with receptors in your brain, and they reduce pain that you feel. Endorphins also trigger a positive feeling similar to that of morphine. When you boost your endorphins, you have a chance of increasing your overall well-being. And if you do not produce as much endorphins, you can start to experience depression, anxiety, and moodiness. And I don't think anyone wants to experience any of that. There really aren't any downsides to having too much endorphin. The more you can make, the more you feel less pain and the fewer negative effects of stress you experience, basically. Exercise can provide stress relief for your body while imitating effects of stress, such as the flight or fight response, and helping your body and its together through those effects. This can also lead to positive effects in your body, including your cardiovascular, digestive, and immune systems, by helping protect your body from harmful effects of stress. Exercise has also been found to alleviate symptoms such as low self-esteem and social withdrawal. In one study, researchers who got regular vigorous exercise were 25% less likely to develop depression or an anxiety disorder over the next 5 years. As we know, exercise strengthens all parts of your brain tissue, including gray matter. And this makes your brain more resistant to stress and aging. So if you stop working out, your gray matter may take a hit, essentially setting the stage for problems processing information and thinking critically. So it is important for you to maintain some type of exercise throughout your life. Exercise also helps out with depression. Studies have shown that people who are depressed, neuroscientists have noticed that the hippocampus in the brain, the region that helps regulate mood, is smaller. Exercise supports nerve cell growth in the hippocampus, improving nerve cell connections, which helps relieve depression. For many people who are being affected by depression, anxiety, and other mental health disorders, it might be challenging for them to get started working out, and many people could get discouraged at first. So you don't have to worry. You don't have to go to the gym and spend 2 hours there and work tirelessly. Depression manifests physically by causing disturbed sleep, reduced energy, appetite changes, body aches, and increased pain perception, all of which can result in less motivation to exercise. And basically, it's like a hard cycle to break. Getting up and moving just a little bit will help though. And you can just start off with like 5 minutes a day of walking or any activity you enjoy. And once you like start off with 5 minutes, you can go up to 10 minutes and keep making progress until you are comfortable. And some people, when they start exercising, they first, like, they'll try to stick with something, and then if it doesn't work for them, they like start to get discouraged and they give up, and like they say it'll never work out for them, and like they start to like contemplate everything, like if it will actually work. And well, many researchers actually say that you have to find what you love and what you enjoy for it to work. So for some people, that could be weightlifting, jogging or walking, swimming, biking, dancing, and playing sports. So if you enjoy one of those, that way, if you find what you like, you'll be able to stay with it for however long you want to be like successful with it. Exercise also releases dopamine, which is known as the feel-good hormone transmitter. That's an important part of your brain's reward system. If you exercise often, you will increase the release of dopamine and upregulate the number of dopamine receptors in the reward areas of the brain. Over time, regular exercise remodels the reward system, leading to higher circulating levels of dopamine and more available dopamine receptors. In this way, exercise can both relieve depression and expand your capacity for joy. After a fast-paced game of racquetball, a long walk or run, or several laps in the pool, you may often find that you've forgotten the day's irritations and concentrate only on your body's movements. As you begin to regularly shed your daily tensions through movement and physical activity, you may find that you can focus on a single task, and the resulting energy and optimism can help stay calm, clear, and focused in everything you do. This is one thing that many people experience that I also got to experience when I was working out, and it was very interesting to me because when you exercise, you basically forget about what is happening around you, and you feel relieved of all your problems, and you start to feel really good about yourself. And when I experienced this, it was like one of the best feelings I've experienced. It feels like you don't have to worry about anything in your life anymore, and it's great. Overall, exercise improves your overall mood, and it increases your self-confidence, and it helps you relax, and it lowers mild symptoms of depression and anxiety. Another thing while I was researching my project I learned was that actually you can exercise too much and it will actually affect you negatively. And see, many people know that working out is good for you, and they probably think that if they work out a ton, it'll benefit them even more. And I used to think the exact same thing until I found out it wasn't. Excessive exercise can actually make you feel even more depressed and worsen mental disorders. It also tires your brain out to the point that you have trouble, and this was just found out in a new study. They did a study between two types of athletes: the ones who overtrained and the ones who trained normally. It was found that athletes who overtrained display more cognitive control in the brain system. And then another study was conducted with triathlon athletes, where they had one group keep their normal workout plan, and the other group increased their workout time 40% longer than usual. And they ran a series of tests between the two and found that the group who increased their workouts saw a decline in their fitness, and they generate less power while biking on test days compared to the group who kept their original workout, and they actually produced more power than normal. Also, they found the hardworking group reported to be more tired, and they found when it came to decision making, they chose the more immediate rewards instead of the long-term rewards. And when they looked at the left side of the frontal gyrus, which is part of the decision-making process, it was less activated compared to it normally. Now, what made me choose this project was very simple. I wanted to learn more about exercise because it was something that was involved in my life daily, and I learned a lot from it, actually. Stuff that I would never imagine, and now I go roughly like 5 times a week to the gym, like during my project, and I go with my two friends. And when I was learning about all these benefits that happen to your brain when you exercise, I talked to them about it to see if they felt any of the same things that I learned and was also feeling. And to my surprise, they're feeling the same thing as well. After most of the workout, I would ask them basically how they felt before and after the workout, and every time they would say they felt better after they worked out, and it amazed that exercise could like, dude, like feel that like this good about yourself. I also experienced negative parts of exercise, like excessively working out with like without really realizing like that, like I didn't learn that like until like this year, because I was working out this summer, and like I would like overly exercise, and I was working out a lot, and after some time I started to feel like really sluggish and like down all the time. But I kept working out, and it actually worsened, like it got worse. And I'm glad now I know that like this can occur, because it wasn't fun at all dealing with that. But now that I'm through with that, like I'm happy like that I have like a normal plan when I go to the gym, and I'm just happy what I learned and accomplished throughout my research, and I'm excited to use everything. And that's something so involved in my life.
What kind of questions do you guys have for Andrew about his project?
What was your favorite activity that really made you feel like what activity made you feel the best after doing it?
I don't know. I feel like weightlifting just in general for me was like the best, because like after that, I felt like so much like less stress free, and it felt great. But like also sports, when I was playing like sports, it was also like nice because like you're with everybody, and like you like basically didn't really have to worry with anything, because like you're with everyone and like enjoying the moment.
What did you
Any other
learn
questions?
that you'll use the most in your future workouts?
Mostly just like about like excessive exercise, like it's not really a good thing to do, and like how it, like negatively affects you. So like I'm just gonna try to stay away from that.
Great. Thank you so much, Andrew.